Greetings, this is Esther with Starry Blessings Astrology, and I'm so excited to talk about the new year because in a few days it'll be 2019, and I'm sure many of us are like, yay, bye bye to 2018, and we get to start the new year off with a lot of shifts occurring. We have a new moon solar eclipse on the 5th and 6th, and we have Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Those are our personal planets. Jupiter and Saturn are also personal planets, but Mars, Venus, and Mercury are very close into the Earth, so their movement affects us a lot and on a more of a personality level. So each one of those planets is also changing signs. So the weeping and grieving and confusion and just malaise of this past few months, that's definitely going to be shifting. You're going to notice it, you're going to feel it, and there's definitely some excitement in the air for the beginning of 2019. So Mars is moving. Let's talk about Mars first. On January 1st, it moves into the sign of Aries. So it's been in Pisces, and I'm sure you have felt the effects of Mars in Pisces. A lot of crying, a lot of grieving, a lot of emotional sensitivity, that feeling of rawness. Okay, that is going to shift totally. Mars moving into Aries, Mars is the ruler of Aries, and all the places that you thought you couldn't kind of get anything going, you're going to be able to start getting things going. It's the action planet in the action sign. So it feels exciting for new projects, new things that you're trying to birth into your reality. Mars is really going to help you activate the energy to actually get those things going. Now, where 0 to 3 degrees of Aries and the rest of the sign of Aries falls in your own chart, that's going to show you where that energy is going to be activated. So it's not going to be the same for everyone else. Remember, your chart is personal to you. So the where it's going to play out for you may not be where it's playing out for your partner or your family or your friends. You want to know where it's playing out for you. In order to know that, schedule a reading. That's a given. So you know your chart. So you know your own personal map and how to best navigate it. Venus is changing signs. Let's see, she's moving on January 5th from being in Scorpio, moving into Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, like Aries, like the sign that Mars is entering, both of those signs are fire signs. So there's a lot of energy that's going to be moving. And again, some of the intense emotional excavation that has occurred with Mars in Pisces and Venus in Scorpio, that's going to be behind you. You're like, oh, I've already done that work, and now I have some energy to actually move forward because I've discarded, I've released, I've let go of old stories, old programming, old hurts, old disappointments. Leaving all those things behind really opens up energy for you to move forward on things that have importance today, that you want to create today in 2019. So both Venus moving into Sagittarius and Mars moving into Aries is going to help with that movement. Now Mercury, which is the planet of communication and how we think, you know, Mars is the action planet, Venus is what we attract. It's more the feminine. Venusian energy is more of an attraction energy. And Mercury is more like literally how we think, you know, and using our mind to create our reality is what Mercury is really best for. So Mercury is moving from Sagittarius. This is on the 5th, the day of the new moon. It's going to move into Capricorn. So it's going to join Saturn and Pluto in the Earth sign, the cardinal Earth sign of Capricorn. So this is going to allow you to vision that high peak that you want to reach, your next goal, and give you some of the structure and form to make that happen. So that all sounds great for like getting some new things going, and kind of knowing that the work that you did in your emotional realm helped create the clearing and the foundation for new activity to start happening in 2019. Pluto's at 20 degrees Capricorn this week. Neptune is at 14 degrees Pisces. These are kind of, they've been at this degree for a while, and they're going to continue kind of in those mid degrees of their sign. Uranus is still retrograde at 28 degrees Aries. So the big planets, these transpersonal planets, they're going to feel very similar. You're not probably going to notice a whole lot of shift with them, and they're a little bit more about the collective. The personal planets are really more about how you're navigating your own personal life. Saturn's at 11 degrees Capricorn this week, and Mars is moving from 11 to, Jupiter's moving from 11 to 12 degrees Sagittarius. So again, you want to superimpose those degrees of movement of those planets onto your birth chart to see where these energies are going to be playing out for you. But I think very significant that the personal planets of Mercury, Venus, and Mars are all changing signs this week. So get ready, buckle up. There's going to be some movement happening. Yay! I'm sure we're all, I know I'm very excited about that myself. There is a new moon solar eclipse. The first week of 2019 opens up with a solar eclipse. That's going to be on January 5th, 6th. It's at 6:23 p.m. Mountain Time, and it's at 15 degrees Capricorn. So the sun and the moon will both be at 15 degrees Capricorn. Now, when a new moon solar eclipse occurs, so think about it, the sun and the moon are both on the same degree, and so what's happening is the moon is blocking, it's eclipsing the energy from the sun as it's approaching the earth. So there's like a break. It's like a reboot on a computer. We get to reboot, and we get to reboot at 15 degrees Capricorn. So that is halfway through the sign of Capricorn. Again, where that falls in your chart is going to show you where the trigger for change and transformation is going to occur in your life in a very practical, goal-oriented, Saturnian, meaning this is where I put my work and my effort, and this is what is going to bring the fruits of my harvest as well. So it is really helpful to know where that's playing out in your own chart, because if you're putting your efforts into areas that maybe aren't going to bring you the fruits, maybe you want to redirect your attention and your focus to areas that are going to bring fruit for you. Now, the orb of influence of an eclipse is about 3 degrees. So planets or points that are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 degrees Capricorn, those are all going to be affected by the eclipse, and also those same degrees in the opposite sign in Cancer and in the signs that square Capricorn, which is Aries and Cancer, Aries and Libra, where those degrees fall in your chart. If you have planets or points at those degrees, that's where the trigger for transformation is going to occur for you. So it looks like an exciting first week to the new year. I hope it's an amazing week for you. If you feel like you want to learn more about your personal map and how to best navigate with more ease and grace, schedule a reading. You can do that on my site at starryblessingsastrology.com. And I really look forward to chatting with you. It's great to do an overview for the year and kind of see like what's the focus for your growth this year. Where is it going to be fruitful for you to put your energies? You are love always, and you will always return back to love. So I'm hoping that as you learn more about your chart, you learn to love yourself more and appreciate your own personal journey and support yourself in having the greatest time on this ride, this wild ride of your life. Thanks for joining me today. This is Esther with Starry Blessings Astrology, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Happy New Year. Ta-ta for now.